Someone sent me a picture of Joel Osteen and his wife at Lady Gaga's celebration. Did y'all see that? These churches are not about God. Men marrying men. You're going to have to give an account of that. Those of you who allow your fellowship with churches that where man can marry man, you're going to have to give account of something. Because when God reaches down and says to a man, "You're my son," and the man says back to God, "No, I'm your daughter." You made a mistake, God. I'm not your son. Don't you see? I'm your daughter. But God says, "I created you as my son." And you say, "But I've created myself as my daughter." You made a mistake, God. I'm your daughter. Or he reaches down and says to his daughter, "You're my daughter." And she says, "No, I'm your son." And we got married in the church. You're going to have to give an account of that. You have to give an account of that. Because every LGBT person says, in effect, that God is not perfect, that he makes mistakes. He made you a man when he should have made you a woman. That God made a mistake. And men who make mistakes are sinners. And every LGBT person and every person who supports it, winks at it, or thinks it's okay, also declares that God is a sinner and that he isn't perfect. You're wrong. Amen. And you're going to give an account of it. You'll give an account of it. God made Adam and Eve, and they've done something altogether different. Even God would be confused. "I thought you were my son," but you say, "What am I going to do? Now you say I'm your daughter." Have you ever heard of anything as wicked as that? To say that God made a mistake. That he made you a woman, but he gave you a man's equipment. Where was the assembly line supervisor? Where was the inspector when God made you? And yet the churches and your family members and friends